In this video, I'm going to show you how to add users without email addresses. Now, this is not a highly recommended method. It's much better just to get free email addresses at Gmail, Yahoo, or Hotmail, or really any email provider out there for all of your users so that they can get their own password reminders, and this can just become an administrative headache if you have to use this method. But if you really don't want to get all those reminders yourself, if you really want to have all your users not using their own email addresses, then you can do it this way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new username, and we're going to call it test user 1. And let me preface this in advance by saying what I've done is I've already signed up for a free Gmail account, and here it is right here. It's irritracker@gmail.com. So I just set it up. As you can see, I've done one test user so far, and these are just the general, emails when you get started. So I'm already in my Gmail account right here. Now, Gmail offers the ability to add multiple emails to our system, but only using one Gmail account. So here's how it works. The email address is irritracker@gmail.com, right? Well, if you use that same email twice, if I put it down here for test user 2, and I put in irritracker@gmail.com, what's going to happen is the system is going to reject that because every user needs to have a unique email address. Otherwise, the password reset function would reset all of your users using the same email address. We can't have that done, or it would mess up all of your users. So in order to create unique users, you have to use this little method that we can, this little trick that we can do with Gmail. So what you're going to want to do is obviously get your free Gmail account, and then for your user's email, you're going to use the beginning part, which on this one is irritracker. Put the plus sign in there, and then put in the username, test user 1. Okay, now that's a unique email address that's different from irritracker@gmail.com. But what happens is that Gmail doesn't recognize the plus sign or anything after the plus, so the email will still go to irritracker@gmail.com. So in other words, all of your users will have unique email addresses, but all the password reminders will go to the main Gmail account that you set up. I hope that makes sense. So then I'm just going to put in a fake password. Down here, it's going to be irritracker plus test user 2. So again, now we've got two separate email addresses and another password. Make sure that you set the user roles. I'm going to put this as a field rep. I'm going to put this as a field rep. And then come down to the bottom and click next. Oh, you know what? This says test user 2 is already taken, and the reason why is because I already did this test to make sure it would work earlier. So let me just put test user 3 here and scroll down, click next. As you can see, it's adding users. It's adding users. This takes longer the more users that you have to add. And that's it. Users added. So now if I go up here to all users, as you can see, test user 1 and test user 3 were successfully added. They've each got their unique emails. And if I go over to my Gmail account, look at this. The emails did come to my irritracker@gmail.com. So everything works right. And if that person ever, if this test user ever needed to reset their password, they forget it for some reason, they can hit the button on the login that says, I forgot my password, and the password will be sent to this Gmail account. So if this is your account, if one of your users resets their password from the field, they can call you up on the phone and say, hey, I had to reset my password, and you can log into your single Gmail account and retrieve it. And that's it. It's just that easy. Again, we highly recommend that you get free email addresses for all of your users so that you're not having to constantly get into this when people reset or request their passwords. But if you don't want to do it, then here's another option for setting people up without an email.